What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Welcome to another Call of Dragons video. In today's episode, we're going to check out the most exciting infantry hero to be added into Call of Dragons. We're entering the Season of Strife number 2. The game developers have introduced Mr. Danfel. Today, we're going to see what this infantry hero is capable of doing. Going to show you some simple guides about this hero, talent trees, Warpets, all the good stuff. If you're new here, subscribe for more content. Let's get the video started. Okay, warriors of Tamaris, brand new season, brand new goodness added into Call of Dragons. Today we're going to have a look at Mr. Danfel. I call this guy the most complete infantry hero that we have in the game. If you ever want one infantry hero to pretty much do almost everything for you, you're looking at him, guys. This is the Danfel. I think he is the must invest infantry in Call of Dragons because he has it all. The devs have decided to give him everything that you need to make an infantry very, very important. So we're going to start off with his rage skill and just see what this guy is capable of doing. We'll talk about all the good stuff. The rage skill is known as Shield Strike. It says grants the Legion a shield and deals damage to the target Legion. Shield factor 600. Physical damage factor is 1600. Now this has got to be probably the best infantry rage skill that I have seen in the game. This skill is insane. Now we have the shield factor here, which is the main feature of this rage skill. Now some of you will be like, 600 shield factor is very small. It's like nothing. You need to forget about the 600 damage factor and think about what you can do by just having a shield here in the rage skill. And the first thing that comes to mind is the dragon scale armor. With this artifact, when you wield against a shield from rage skill, you're gonna get like 18% range resistance for 5 seconds. You guys see how that is important? This is just insane. Now there are Warpets as well that can take this shield factor to the next level. This shield factor can also help you absorb some counter attack damage or some hero skill damage that comes your way. It's pretty nice. The damage factor is just gonna help you do some damage to many people. So this hero is absolutely amazing. A fantastic rage skill. It is awesome. Second skill is known as the Grey Mars Aegis. While in the field, the Legion and friendly legions behind it gain mercy for 3 seconds, every 10 seconds. So mercy is gonna be range damage taken minus 20% for 3 infantry legions. So how does this work for people who don't know? When you enter battle, someone is gonna hit you or you're going to attack someone. When you attack that person, you immediately trigger the skill. You get 20% range resistance. Now this is the best skill for all the infantry in the entire game. You guys know when you charge into the open field, you have like 20-30 people targeting you instantly. And guess what? Danfel is gonna trigger this ability and have minus 20% range resistance for 3 seconds. Now he is the tankiest infantry charging into the battlefield. Nobody comes close. No infantry hero is gonna give you this protection within the first 5 seconds of the match. So this is insane. It is awesome. So let's see how these two are gonna work together, right? So you have this one triggered on turn number 2. It goes all the way up to turn number 4. In turn number 4, your dragon scale armor is gonna be fully charged. You trigger this thing and you get 4500 shield factor. Now that shield factor might protect you for 1 or 2 seconds. By the time the shield factor is done, your rage skill is fully charged. You trigger this rage skill and this shield factor is going to trigger another range resistance here, minus 18% for 5 seconds. When this 5 seconds is done, the cooldown for this second Grey Mars Aegis skill is done. So the 5 seconds from range resistance complete, this one kicks in again, giving you more protection. And then you get another rage skill and you trigger range resistance from the dragon scale armor. It is just insane. It's awesome. Keeping it pushing, skill number 3. Probably one of the best base skills you could ever get for any infantry. We have HP bonus of 20%, defense bonus of 10%. There is no infantry hero in the game that has been given both HP and defense boost. Maybe there is, I have forgotten, but I don't think there is any. None of these infantry heroes have both HP boost and defense boost. Infantry unit defense bonus 20% and HP bonus 10%. Okay, so Mr. Garwood here has a boost that's similar, but it doesn't compare to what you get from Mr. Danfel. 20% HP, 10% infantry defense. It is nice. Skill number 4 is another overpowered skill. When the Legion casts Shell Strike, the target Legion gains debilitated and slow for 6 seconds. Debilitated is target damage taken bonus of 20%, and the slow is a march speed slowdown of minus 20%. Now you have damage dealt increase and minus 20% march speed. This skill is great. So when you trigger this shield, you trigger this skill for 6 seconds. So the damage taken bonus is kind of like, let's break down what this thing means, okay? It means you're going to do 20% more normal attack damage. You're going to do 20% more counter attack damage. You're going to do 20% more hero skill damage as well, because it says damage taken bonus, which is just insane. So the target that you're fighting is going to feel the pain. And then the last skill, the Awakening, says when dealing damage to a Legion affected by Halfling Fury, adds 1 second to the duration of debilitated and slow. This effect can be triggered once every 2 seconds. So this is like 6 seconds. When you have this, you have the chance to make it 7 seconds. So it triggers every 2 seconds, so you could miss it every now and then, but it should help you keep the uptime on this skill, which is pretty cool. So this hero is going to be super awesome. If you want to invest in one infantry, I think this guy is going to be the real deal. He works well with so many artifacts. He is tanky. He can do damage. He's got it all. You just have to give him the right deputy and you are good to go. Okay, Warriors of Tamaris, let us get to the pairings of Mr. Danfel. The number 1 pairing is going to be Mr. Mogro. So Mogro is going to do some AoE hero skill damage. It is nuts. I have done the guide for this hero. You can check it out. Mogro also has a second skill known as the Rancorous Rampage. It's going to spread debuffs to 2 other nearby targets. So I tested the Mogro skill with Danfel 4th skill, and debilitated wasn't spread out to 2 other nearby legions. Maybe I didn't see the report correct. Correct me on that one, but I think it only spreads the minus 20% march speed. It is something that we still need to test for a long time to find out. But yeah, this is the number 1 pairing that you use together if you want to get some damage, because Danfel is going to give you that defense that you need. You can use this artifact to, gain range resistance, provide you that protection in the open field. And then when you're rallying someone, you can use the other artifact. We're going to get to that in a little bit. This guy also has like defense and attack bonus, and he can do some nasty damage every 5 seconds. It is pretty good. Now, when you want to take defense to the next level, you're going to put this dude over here, Mr. Garwood. So you put Danfel primary and you put Garwood as a deputy. So Danfel goes in, he triggers this skill, he gets range resistance for 3 seconds. And then you have Dragon Scale Armor activated. You get the Boon Shield, and then you get the range resistance when this guy triggers his rage skill. Once he triggers his rage skill, 2 seconds later, Mr. Garwood is going to give you this range resistance, damage taken reduction of 20%, and the healing factor. Now you have a reduction of 20%, which is going to stack with this range resistance. So I looked through multiple reports and found out that range resistance does not get overwritten. Or maybe it's because I have different values, but all of the reports that I checked, the range resistance wasn't overwritten. So it's kind of like all the range resistance, they do stack. You could get so many. You could have this one active at the same time. You could have the one from the Dragon Scale Armor active at the same time. And you could have this damage taken reduction also active at the same time. So it's going to be nuts. Put these two together for some crazy insane defense. If you want to punish people with counter attack, you can go Danfel and Skogul. So that's gonna give you a double counter attack, and you can put the Spiritborn talk if you want. That's gonna give you something nice when it comes to counter attack. If you wanna punish them further and make them suffer, you can send Goresh, because now Goresh is gonna bring something different. He's gonna give you resistance, and he's gonna give you plus 60% attack. Now this 60% attack is gonna take you to different levels, so we're gonna have to see how that's gonna work. So you're gonna have Danfel and Goresh, and don't forget that this guy has 20% target damage taken bonus. So the person that you're going to fight is going to take so much counter attack damage, I don't even know, especially when you have the Spiritborn talk. So you have 20% counter attack damage bonus from Mr. Goresh, and then you have this one right here, which also access another 20% counter attack to that person that you're fighting. And then you have the Spiritborn talk giving you another 20%. So that's going to be insane. The person fighting you in a 1v1, Danfel Goresh, is going to be nuts. You can also pair Danfel with Thea over here. You get so many shields. You can put Husk. That's another good one. You can put Indis. Indis is also good with the hero. You can put Nika if you want to go some hero skill damage. Just wreck everybody on the field. The good thing is you can use this guy with cavalry as well. This is so awesome, because his 4th skill is gonna put a debuff on the enemy. The skill is not locked to infantry, so you're gonna reduce the march speed of that enemy by 20% for 6 seconds, which is just good. He's gonna be an excellent hero to use as a cavalry commander. Plus he's gonna provide protection for your other cavalry as well. This hero is next level crazy. He's got everything pretty much. You can also pair him up with Madeline. He goes good with a lot of the heroes in the game. Next on the list, we check out some artifacts. What works well with this guy? Remember how I said this was the best rage skill we have in the game? And that's probably the shield factor that we have here. Forget the shield factor damage output of 600. This is nothing. The good thing about it is that they have given it a shield factor in the rage skill. So this guy is going to be useful for a very, very long time. In the future, we're gonna get maybe artifacts and pets that require shields. And guess what? You're gonna look at this guy before you look at everybody else, including the 1600 damage factor. So let's see some of the good artifacts that really works well with this guy. You have, in my list, I think the Dragon Scale Armor should be your #1 artifact if you're going to those open fields with multiple range units, because you have this range resistance providing you with protection, and you have the best boost for infantry, double HP boost. This should be #1 on your list. And then #2 on the list, we're gonna go with the Spiritborn talk. If you want to do some counter attack, if you're gonna use Skogul or you're gonna use Goresh, this is going to be super awesome. And then if you're gonna use Danfel and Mogro, you want to just punish people, show them who is boss, especially when there is not a lot of people. You take this Shield of Sturdiness. You're gonna do some crazy hero skill damage. In small scale fights, you go with this artifact and just punish whoever tries to fight you. It's going to be insane. There are other good artifacts here as well that you can use. There are so many. For cavalry, just use him with anybody. He's gonna be awesome. What other good artifacts do we have here? You also have this defense artifact that you can use. It's great. Fang of the Ashkari. You have the Greymar's War Hammer. You have plenty of options to use with this beast. Now let's go and check out something else. Oh, you also have this one right here. Deathless Vine. It's another good one to use with the guy. So let's go and check out the Warpets. So many Warpets can be used with Mr. Danfel in Call of Dragons, and that is also because of his rage skill, the damage factor and the shield. It's gonna help you use a bunch of different Warpets. It's like the game developers decided to give this guy everything. Great. So let's see what Warpets you're gonna use. The one that comes to mind first is going to be the Moonbear. Moonbear gonna give you some damage output based on the hero skill that you have. And then you have Advanced Moon Rage that's gonna do some nasty damage as well. This skill is fantastic on cavalry. It's insane. You also have another Warpet you can use. You have the Bruin Bear. if you're gonna use Skogul as a deputy or Goresh, this should be a good one. And then you have this one here as well, the Frost Bear. You can use this if you're gonna pair Danfel with Madeline or with Thea, as this one requires you to have a shield. Danfel has a shield, so you can use this pet. You can use the Berserk Frederick as well. Berserk Frederick is gonna require you to put some stacks on some enemies. And when you look at this guy 4th skill, I think these are 2 stacks right here. These are like 2 different debuffs, debilitated and slow. So I think this should help. Yep, I think, this should trigger the Berserk Frederick. Or if I'm not mistaken, I need to check my reports again. But I think this is gonna work with the guy. You're gonna have Sand Lizard if you wanna use it, should be a good one. You can use the Golden Rock if you're gonna pair him with a cavalry hero who has some kind of passion. That should be great. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You have a lot of options to use with the hero. He is awesome, a fantastic infantry hero. Oh, and don't forget the Sand Lizard, I mean the Venomous Lizard. Disinfection should be good on Mr. Danfel as well. When it comes to talent tree, you're going to have a lot of options because this infantry hero can be paired up with almost every infantry hero that we have in the game. He is like kind of the catalyst for giving you the missing defense that you need on any infantry in the game. So when we check out the talents, it's gonna be dependent on the deputy. So if you're gonna use heroes that you can extend the duration of their rage skill buffs, you're gonna have to go with the infantry talent tree and go get the Iron Will. So who are the perfect pairings that will work with the infantry talent tree branch? You have Garwood, you can extend the duration of his resistance. You have Goresh, you can extend the duration of the resistance. Madeline also, you can extend her shield, but I don't think this would be good for Madeline. So you have Goresh, Garwood, and Husk. This is gonna work well for Husk. So this is how I would build the talent tree. You go here. For me, I like some march speed because it's gonna help you get to the enemy a little bit faster. It also helps you refresh faster. Keep having more infantry on the field, but if you don't want the speed, you can take the skill damage to get some more damage. You grab Adrenaline Rush, you get Furious, get All Conquering, Counter Attack, you get Flank Protection when you're surrounded by multiple legions, and as you know, when you fight on the field, you're going to be surrounded by a lot of infantry. And if all of them are Danfel and this guy, oh, you're going to need this to get some damage reduction. And then you come to the right side, you grab this. I grab March Speed. I want to be there fast. I want to refresh fast. And then you have Intimidation, Hero Skill Damage. You can go Encouraging Dance if you want more rage. Or you could take 4% less normal attack damage taken. And then at the end, I think it's better to go with Impregnable Defense. Your Legion gains shelter when entering battle, increasing that defense by 5% for 10 seconds. I think this is going to be a good one, especially if your infantry is not going to last long on the field. This should be nice. So this is what I would use on Danfel Primary with Goresh Deputy, Garwood Deputy, and Husk as a Deputy. Let's go over the next talent tree, something that you can try. Now this is what I would use with Cavalry. I shouldn't have put any 2 points here. So you remove these 2 from here if you want to use this hero with the Cavalry. You're going to grab this speed, grab this one. So this is 10%, 20%, 30%. And then you have here 40%. So you have 40% march speed from this talent tree. But remember, there is some hidden secrets that you may have ignored. You need to click on this node known as the Shield of Stability. Your Legion gains 1% more defense and takes 1% less damage, but their march speed is reduced by 2%. So you got 10, 20, 30, 40, and we have 6 here, 46 minus 2, 44. So you can get 44% march speed for your cavalry on this talent tree branch. So this should be good if you want to use him as a cavalry commander. Now we go to the next one. If you want to use the tank talent tree branch, grab this. Either take the intimidation or the march speed, depends on what you're looking for. Here we went with reduced normal attack damage taken. You have impregnable defense, which is insane. You can get march speed if you want, but I went with double HP over here. And then we have two options here. You could either gain 10 rage, but I don't like this one because when your unit count goes below 50, you lose the skill. So I decided to go with this shield. Give you 5% shield. Not too good, but it's okay. It's better than nothing. And then at the end, I went with Hearts of Iron. Your Legion takes 8% less normal attack damage when the unit count is below 50%. Well, guess what? Infantry fight until they die. So this is going to be useful. Other unit types, you can refresh at 50%. But with infantry, you go until the end. If you're using Garwood, then you're going to need something like this. You could also try removing this point and then take these two in the middle to grant you some more attack. So these two are going to be nice. It just depends on who you have as the deputy. Now, I didn't really go in the PvP talent tree because I don't really like it for infantry, but this is what we have. Now, there is another talent tree that you can try. I could call it the all-rounder. So basically, you grab skills from all the different talent tree branches. So we're going to take this. And then we're going to take this. Grab this. So this is going to be a hero skill infantry. If you want to put Danfel as the primary, it could work well with Nika as a deputy. Or even Danfel. So we're going to get some good stuff here. Let's see. I think we go with, you know what? Let's get some more defense bonus. And then you get some hero skill. Up here, we take that. Then you come over here. Do I have enough points? Gonna come here and grab this hero skill as well. And then you make your way either here or here. And then finish with one skill over here. This would be something you can put on all the different talent tree branches, like all three of them. Like, it's just gonna depend on the open field scenario. Sometimes you're not gonna have many enemies. So you could have your infantry running around for almost 10 minutes. So if you have a talent tree that looks like this, you're going to have so much hero skill damage to punish your enemies with Danfel and Mogro. So this is another talent tree that I could try. There are so many options you can use with this guy. It's just going to depend on who you have as the deputy. So this is what I have for this awesome hero, guys. It's like the devs decided to give him everything. Shield, check mark. Hero skill damage, check mark. Range resistance, check mark. HP, check mark. Defense, check mark. Speed reduction, check mark. Damage dealt bonus, check mark. It's like he's got everything. So if you want to invest in an infantry, you're looking at one of the best ones to have in the game. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.